Right, it's time for me to do my video predictions for UFC 93. Fantastic card with quite a lot of people that I know on this, to be honest. There are still two people that two fights that I am not really very interested in. The Martin Kampmann fight I'm not interested in, and the Ivan Cerrati match I'm not interested in. So those two I'm not going to make any predictions on. I should just get my pen. Right at the bottom of the card is somebody who I know from, he's a Sucker Punch entertainment fighter, Nate Moore, who has been out injured for the past year. He is fighting Dennis Siver. He's 8'5", Dennis is 12'6". The thing here is that all his losses have come by submission, and unfortunately Siver has 7 submission wins, which is his sort of big leaning, if you like. However, I have looked at the calibre of people who have beaten Siver, and I am quite sure that Nate should be okay. I'm going to go for a TKO. I'm going to go for it in the first round as well. Shall hope that ring rust hasn't set in. Tom Egan, an Irishman who I have decided to support, against John Hathaway, who is English. These two are both unbeaten records. I think Tom's record is 3 wins and John's might be double, that's about 6 or 8. I'm going to go for Egan with this, but I don't know how they're going to... just had to be done. I don't know how he's going to win, so I shall put by question mark there. In fact, I should go for decision on this, since I can't decide. Eric Schaffer is another person from Sucker Punch. Suckerpunchent.com is the website you want to go to if you want to sort of hear their side of the story in preparation for this. He is fighting Antonio Mendez, 15-3. I am going for Schaffer on this. And I shall go for TKO. Go in the second. So there we are. Marcus Davis and Chris Little. Okay, this is going to be a stand-up war between the two of them. I am going to go for Chris Little on this. I think that it will be quite entertaining. It has the potential, I think, this one to be a stand-up war where the two sort of cancel each other out, and it's sort of very exciting for the whole 3 rounds. But I'm hoping that it stops sometime. So I shall put a sort of TKO for Chris Little in the third. I think that has the potential to be fight of the night, that if it goes well. Jeremy Horn and Rusmar Palhares. Well, I don't know on this one, because Jeremy Horn has an awful lot of experience. But Rusmar Palhares seems to be unstoppable at the moment. I am going to go for Palhares on this. But I think it might end up being decision. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I shall go for decision on that. Alan Belcher and Dennis Kang. I'm glad to see that Kang has arrived in the UFC. I think that he could win anyway by submission or TKO. So since I've had a lot of TKOs, I'm going to say that Kang will be a submission. So, and I shall put in the second round. Rua and Mark Coleman. Well, again, it's sort of a bit like the Jeremy Horn match. This Coleman has a lot of experience, has held the belt. In fact, he was the sort of godfather of the heavyweight division. But that was a long time ago. And I think Rua is probably a little bit more with it. I shall go for Rua. A TKO. And I think I shall go for the second again. And then we come to the main event, Rich Franklin and Dan Henderson. And you know, the outcome of this is a match that I just don't want to see, because I like them both, and I rather wanted them both to sort of have a good showing. And in the past sort of year or so, they've both had quite a sort of mediocre to bad showing. Sorry, my guinea pig's playing up. And of course the winner of this is likely to become the next coach in Tough. And of course that presents its own problems if Franklin ends up doing it for a second time and then has to sort of drop weight back down to a division that he's just left. Decisions here. I'm going to say that I think that Franklin stands a chance at winning this. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he will. But I'm going to say that it goes all the way to decision. Now, if he doesn't win, and Dan Henderson wins instead, I won't be that disappointed. I think in terms of Tough, it would be far better for Dan Henderson to win than Franklin. However, I would rather Franklin win than Henderson in a sort of just taking the bout as a match rather than the implications of any win. Franklin is certainly the person I would support. I don't think that either will finish each other. I think it's going to go to decision either way, and I I think on just a normal straight match, Franklin will win. But I think if the implications are for Tough, then I won't be sad if Henderson wins and ends up being the coach, because I think Rich could do without that, to be perfectly honest. So those are my picks for UFC 93.